We are proud for being part of this election. So,
in cabinet, the outgoing ambassador was only not assured of Gambia's continued support, but also its advocacy for the recognition of Taiwan as an independent country by the international community.
We cannot thank the Republic of China on Taiwan enough. We can't. Yes, we have many friends, but definitely a friend that is so committed to seeing us move to another level, just like Taiwan has done, because we are learning from the story of Taiwan. Taiwan is a story that needs telling, and we are all learning from your story.
We are sad because a friend is leaving the Gambia. Ambassador C is not only a dedicated diplomat, a very good professional, but also a friend and a brother, our brother, and Sophie's our sister also.
The visit coincided with the president's re-election into office, and by those virtues he conferred the insignia of Member of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, MRG, on the former Deputy Head of Mission of the Taiwanese Embassy, Haman Tai Chin Chu, received on his behalf by Grts. The MRG insignia was also conferred on the Serving Counselor of the Taiwanese Embassy, Tom C.C. Lee.
As we are extremely happy and grateful to the Almighty Allah and the Gambian people, here comes a true friend of the Gambia, a brother who stood for this country, coming to say goodbye. It is a day of mixed fortunes. One side, we are very happy and grateful that we have shown to the whole world that from a small country, a great ideology that will ensure peace and stability anywhere in the world can emerge. But we are also saddened by the fact that after working so hard with us over the years, to deliver to the Gambian people more than what they have expected from us, and the Gambian people's turn to say, thank you, we appreciate all what you have done for us, celebrating that victory. You are instead of celebrating with us, you are telling us goodbye.
The Gambian leader did also underscore the genuineness of Gambia-Taiwan friendship and noted it is based purely on principle and not monetary reward.
I think if money is anything, a yardstick to measure our relationship or the relationship between you and other allies, we would have succumbed to checkbook diplomacy. As I told you in Taipei and when you came to deliver your letters of credence, we may be small, we may be poor, but we are not for sale.
From whichever angle you look at it, Grts and his predecessor have been very instrumental in strengthening bilateral cooperation between the Gambia and Taiwan. Abdunjai, Grts.
Let's now turn to the burning issue, which of course is the presidential election, whose outcome has sparked celebrations across the country. Governor Lamin Wajwara of the Lower River region has expressed satisfaction with his people's response to the call to exercise one of their main civic duties. Voters lined up at the 83 polling centers in the region to make their voices heard. We have more on what the various players are saying about the 2011 presidential election in this report by Babukar Kamara.
That in the 2006 presidential elections, the Lower River region has exponentially registered 55.3% out of 51,979 votes in the Lower River region. A significant decrease of 8,305 votes has been discovered from 2006 to date. However, out of the 83 polling stations within the 6 constituencies of the Lower River region, 43,674 voters are currently participating in this democratic process. The time was 8 a.m. and polling officials and political party representatives were found busy, preparing the electorate to cast their votes as well as confirming eligible voters within the Lower River region.
Everything is put in place. If you see the organization for yourself, you realize that the planning had been very good. The materials had been sent on time. The polling officers had been trained very well, and they were deployed at the right time.
Our 2011 presidential election coverage started in Soma and Pakalinding, where a remarkable turnout was noticed. This is not the case in Jara Karantawa, where local authorities blamed low turnout on the rural-urban drift. Compared to all the other places we have visited so far, so good. The voter turnout here seems to be more low compared to any other place. What do you think is responsible?
You know, here in Jara West, most of the villages, so many of the inhabitants are in the combos. The urban-rural drift has given us a problem, really.
How was the political representative in Damta?
They are almost all on the ground, okay, except independent. We don't have agent for him. Okay, one man came here, he came without a letter, then we sent him out. So that's the procedure for the IEC.
Okay. In Kiang Kayaf, local observers as well as the electorate expressed the significance of voting and described the electoral process as free and fair.
I am here to vote because I see that as a citizen of this country, it is your right and your duty to come and vote during the election day of your own country.
We, the observants, are here in order to monitor and see how the electoral process is going, to prepare reports with regard to what we have observed, what is happening on the ground, and to make sure that free and fair election is being conducted.
A similar voting process took place in Quinella and Nyoro Jataba, where the electorate and regional authorities were seen monitoring the electoral process to ensure its smoothness.
I've visited all the polling stations in the Jaras. This is the last one, and the turnout is very good. Yes, very fairly, very good.
Okay, and you are quite satisfied with everything, the electoral process itself?
Everything, the process has been going on smoothly, and there has not been any reported incidents of violence, and people are very enthusiastic. They calmly, everybody is exercising his citizenship right to vote for his candidate of choice.
As the day finally winds up here in the Lower River region, we have gone round to the length and breadth of this particular region. We have also spoken to local government authorities, voters, as well as observers from all diverse points of view. According to them, all of them has confirmed satisfactory report around this area. For GRTS News, I am Babukar Kamara.
Meanwhile, 100,381 people in the Central River region were eligible to vote in the presidential election, and at their disposal was 181 polling stations. Like people in other parts of the country, voters in that region flocked to polling stations to elect the man to steer the Gambia for the next 5 years. GRTS's Modulamen Sise was in the CRR on polling day, and he now tells us how things fared.
The population of CRR, Northern South, today joined hundreds of thousands of their countrymen to hand a new mandate to one of the three vying for the top job of president. In the election ring box are incumbent Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, ANM lawyer Usainu Dabo, and Hamad Nkeba. We are at the IEC headquarters here in Janjanbureh. Janjanbureh has a registered number of 100,381 voters. They will be casting their votes at 181 polling stations. Janjanbureh polling station was our first port of call. As early as 7 a.m., there was every indication of good turnout and an orderly proceeding.
I can say that almost for the past 15 years I've been working with this commission. But this time, definitely, I'm seeing the very good changes. Because anywhere I go, this is almost the fourth polling station that I've already visited. But the turnout, the changes there, the turnout is coming as very good. The turnout is very good. It's very good. And I know that all those goals geared through the massive voter education.
Our crew then drove to Banseng. Turnout here was very impressive. There were 4 polling stations with 4 long queues made up of men, women, young and old, all struggling to exercise their democratic rights. So how has it been for them? They shared their views with me.
Well, we are here, we are in the queue trying to vote, but we have some small difficulties in the queues. Like you come, they tell you you are J, you queue until you reach, they say it's not there, you go to another place.
Even to know where we should cast our votes was a problem. You come to a queue, you join